What do you mean when you say your broker won't allow you to continue with the transaction? I'm so sorry. I didn't know that my broker had a minimum commission that we were allowed to make. And with the 1.5% that they were offering, but which we're under contract for, I literally have to pay my broker out of my own pocket for this transaction. Isn't this something that you'd bring up earlier in the transaction? I mean, we're under contract for the 1.5%. This is unethical. I know. They told me 4% is the minimum that we will accept when we're the only brokerage in the transaction. And since they're doing for sale by owner, 4% is what they need. But they did tell me, due to the circumstances, since we're already under contract, if you guys honor just 3%, they'll allow the transaction to continue. But we have an agreement with the 1.5%. And besides, I am a broker. I'm licensed in this state. I'm just not a part of this MLS. So if it's really that big of a deal, I'll just pay for the MLS access and I'll formally represent my parents. I'm sorry. Either way, it's just their policy. They will not accept less than 3%. So here's what I'll do. I'll say we'll go down to 2.5% and I'll just make up the difference to them during my next transaction. But any more than that, and I'll be paying them to do this deal. So 2.5, can we increase it to that? You know, brokers like yours are the reason we have such a slimy reputation and the reason for these lawsuits and everything that are happening. This is not right after we have an agreement. Listen, I'll talk to my parents. I'll get back to you on what they say, but you've already done the home inspection and clearly your buyers have already paid for the appraisal. It's already scheduled for 2 days from now. I mean, that being said, if we don't have an agreement sometime tomorrow, I'm just going to have to put the appraisal on hold, pause it, or cancel it. I'm confused. How would you be able to do that? That's on the lending side. The buyer already paid for it. It's been scheduled. Why would you have that kind of authority? Well, they're using our brokerage's in-house lender, so we kind of all work pretty closely together. I'll just let them know that we have not been able to come to an agreement and we're just going to have to push the appraisal back in fears that this might fall apart. So hopefully we can figure this out. Listen, there's nothing against you. I am very peeved with your broker right now. I feel his behavior is pretty unacceptable, but I will speak with my parents and be getting back with you. So nothing against you. I don't know how to feel about this.